Alright. Welcome to SideboardMTG. My name's Eric, and today we're going to be playing Black Red Aggro from Seattle, from the GP Seattle. This is Gerry Thompson's list. I got a chance to actually meet and shake hands with Gerry Thompson in GP Phoenix, and he's a pretty cool guy. So I'm fond of actually being able to play one of his lists for you guys here today. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy the show, and if you do, give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, subscribe to the channel. Alright guys, pushing that 3K, man, 3K push. I'm excited. We are 8 subscribers away from 3K, so I think I'll probably go ahead and set up, and we'll try to do the 3K Q&A tomorrow. So before the Patreon games, I'll do the 3K Q&A. Let's talk a little bit about Gerry Thompson. Never mind, manatraders has decided your cards are ready, and they're gonna let me have the cards here to play with this deck, which is awesome. You gotta love manatraders for that. All right, a couple hazards here. Is that all we need? Is this everything? Alright, so anyway, if you guys want to be able to rent from manatraders, it's very easy. For a flat rate, you get to play with all the decks in Magic, period. And if you guys want to do that, make sure that you use the link in the description box below. That'll help the channel, and then you can save yourself 15% on your first 4 months if you use the coupon code SideboardMTG15. So SideboardMTG15, save yourself a couple bucks. And again, if you use the link in the description box, you're actually helping support the channel as well. So just click the link, go to sign up, use the coupon, save yourself a couple bucks, support the channel, play all the Magic you could ever dream of. It's good times. It's really good times. I can't speak enough about how nice it is to be able to go, oh yeah, I want to play that. Let's try it out. And then you just go play it. So manatraders is great. Their delivery system's great. Just single bot will pick up your cards for return, and they will bring you all the cards like you just witnessed. So let's talk a little bit about Gerry T's deck here. I think probably the first thing we need to talk about is this Inventor's Apprentice. Inventor's Apprentice is actually extremely well suited right now. Now, you might be able to get away without using Inventor's Apprentice and use Soulscar Mage instead. However, I think Inventor's Apprentice is perfectly suited here. Basically, what you're looking for is that 2 toughness for 1 mana. There's a couple of these cards in Standard right now that are actually playable. Soulscar Mage is one of them. Inventor's Apprentice is another. And then in blue, they actually have another one, Minister of Inquiries. It's really great to be able to drop down a 2 toughness guy on turn 1 to stop Bomat Couriers, to be able to stop those Fanatical Firebrands, or to just make sure that they can't just ping you for something. So Inventor's Apprentice really well suited in our current meta with the fight against, you know, like Blue-Red Gift and things like that. And we did see Gerry take this to a 3rd place finish, so much props to Gerry Thompson. I mean, he did lose to the Blue-Red in the end, but you know, that Grayson got a great draw on Gerry, and he just played straight into everything. He's like, if you got the Abrade, you better show it, and Gerry didn't have it. So that's kind of what happened there. You guys can go check that out. I think it's GG Live here on YouTube. Anyway, so it's got the Inventor's Apprentice as a 1-drop, and then we've got 4 copies of Bomat Courier. Bomat Courier got a lot of play in GP Seattle. Now, next here we're going to get Scrap Heap Scrounger, 4 copies of Abrade. They were talking about how well this deck was suited to fight against like the God Pharaoh's Gifts decks and other decks like that. You're faster than most decks, so you can just get ahead of them. And then with the 4 copies of Abrade, you can deal with any of those problematic artifacts that might be a little, you know, troublesome, like a God Pharaoh's Gift with Combat Celebrant. If you can stop that before they can get into combat, then you're doing all right. Next here, we're going to move into the 3 drops. We've got PNLR. And one of the things I was excited to see here, we got 3 copies of Unlicensed Disintegration. This is going to be our pretty much answer anything kind of card. And we can actually get enough tempo off of this to even deal with the Scarab God. You do this at the beginning of your end step. The Scarab God will not return back to their hand until the beginning of the next end step. So they'll have to go all the way through their next turn before they can actually even put the Scarab God back in their hand. So it'll cost them 2 more turns before they can get him down, and hopefully they won't have 9 mana and not be able to play him and activate. So that's one of the things we have here. Zelfie, thank you very much, Zelfie. Next, we've got 3 copies of Aethersphere Harvester. Now, yeah, I know there's a lot of vehicle decks floating around, Mardu vehicles and things like that, but right now the meta has sped up quite a bit. I've heard that, you know, that this last week people are trying to slow it back down. People are trying a lot of control decks and things like that, but I have been running into a lot of aggro, and I think Aethersphere Harvester is just extremely well suited for that. Zelfie, much love to you, man. You know, chat. Let's make sure we give him some love for the donation, and let's talk about the couple copies of Hazard here. Only 2 copies of Hazard, and I believe that that's got a lot to do with the fact that he's running 3 Chandra Torch of Defiance. He's running 1 main board Rekindling Phoenix, 1 main board Glorybringer. These are not cards he's wanting to just dump and give away for nothing. So he's not running a ton of Hazards. There's going to be those lines where you play a Hazard and you're swinging with it just because, you know, you mulligan down to 4 or 5 or to 5 or 6. But you're going to be able to get done with your hand a little bit quicker in some games. So Hazard is okay, but most of the time this deck's not really trying to play Hazard on 4. There's a lot of other things you want to play on 4 and then kind of dump your hand and then get the Hazard out. So that's what I'm looking for in this deck. Mathis, thank you for subscribing. On that way to 3K, 4 copies of Walking Ballista. I think that this is quite good right now because of the number of Rekindling Phoenixes that are getting play. I mean, we have that red-green deck floating around that runs, you know, like 4 copies of Rekindling Phoenix. And if you have to use something like an Abrade, or they have to block an Aethersphere Harvester or something like that, then having that Walking Ballista to follow up to ping the dude is going to be extremely important. And when I say ping the dude, I mean the little totem. The Phoenix leaves behind an elemental, and it's a 0/1, so you are going to need a way to remove that so that you can remove the Phoenix, as this deck doesn't have any Vraska's Contempts in the main board. Now, if we pull over to the sideboard, we're going to see that we still do not have Vraska's Contempt. Let me grab these. Alright, we'll see that we still do not have Vraska's Contempt, but Gerry went with a full playset of Doomfall in his sideboard. Not only does he have a full playset of Doomfall, but he's also got 2 Argyle's Bloodfast. So when we do move into a controlling fight or something like that, we're going to have plenty of answers for it. And you'll notice that he's only got 24 lands in the main board and an additional Canyon Slough in the sideboard. Now, at first I was curious as to why this wasn't maybe another Scavenger Grounds or something like that. But in those games where you're wanting to, you know, to go bigger and have more land, I actually see why he would want to add an additional cycling land. The reason you wouldn't want as many all 4 cycling lands main board is because it does have a chance to come in tapped, and he wants to minimize that as much as possible from what I can tell in the deck construction. So I can see that the Canyon Slough in the sideboard does fit. Now we do have the 4th Chandra, we have an extra Rekindling Phoenix, and an extra Glorybringer. So there is the ability to go a lot larger in the sideboard, but we also have, you know, Fatal Push, so that when we are trying to be that controlling deck and we're trying to kill those small creatures or to get them out of our way, Fatal Push is very handy for that. And then of course, if we do need to go against something that might be faster than us or a go wide strategy, then Sweltering Suns is going to be a very good way to clean that up. And when we have cards like Rekindling Phoenix, Glorybringer, Hazard, things of that nature, then Sweltering Suns is not going to be as devastating as one might think. Now, personally, depending on the matchup, I'm probably not going to take as many PNLRs out, even though I'll be bringing in Sweltering Suns, because PNLR works kind of like a hedge to help fight off those fast decks until you can get to your Sweltering Suns. So if I have to make some decisions on you know, keeping both Pia and Sweltering Suns at the same time, it's just going to depend on if I really think I'm going to need those blockers, or am I just worried about sweeping the board. And the only time I would just really be worried about sweeping the board is against like a go wide strategy, like tokens or something like that. So don't forget to go over the Hordes deck for the Hordes deck on Coffee Time. Yeah, Coffee Time will be Tuesday, and I think we're doing the Esper Zombies. At Magic Cafe, you let Eric forget to go. So I spent way too much time on Coffee Time yesterday, and did not actually get into my late night stream because I had some stuff I was supposed to do after Coffee Time, and that's kind of why we're streaming today. The hope was to go to F&M tonight, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Babysitters have been a little hard to acquire. But anyway, hopefully I'll get to go to F&M here soon. I know that we're going to the pre-release and possibly the release, but I would like to get started back at a paper F&M. But anyway. Mid-range as heck for an aggro deck. Yes, it is. This deck is very close to like the big red deck and things like that. We'll talk about that Esper Zombies. We will talk about that Esper Zombies list for the Horde. I promise. Or do you just want me to run that on the Patreon games tomorrow? Huh? Is that your deck for this month? Is that what you're wanting? Anyway, this is Gerry Thompson's list. I hope you guys like it. We're gonna get into a league right after we get some shout outs here. J-Dubs, what's up? For the Horde, of course, one of our favorite moderators. Old Man 5 times. Yeah, it is a mid-range deck. Jeffrey Hefe, Magic Hefe. Let's see what else we got in here. Of course, Zelfie Zepha. And then La Parker. Luke. What's up, Luke? Rush, how you doing? You're playing your GPG version on Wednesday? So, like, Magic Hefe was talking to me about his blue-red GPG, and he was talking about how I think he didn't have the Viziers of many faces, and he was going to put a couple Phoenixes in instead. I think that's a really bad idea to put the Phoenix in that deck, as, you know, the Phoenix is not a really good target to bring back. It's a good target to be bringing itself back. When you bring it back with the God Pharaoh's Gift, that's the last time that Phoenix will ever come back from the graveyard, as it will be exiled, and you just have a token of the Phoenix. So even though you'll leave behind, you know, a elemental token that could pull a different Phoenix out of the graveyard, if you're only got 2 Phoenixes in the whole deck, I doubt you're going to be able to make that play very often. I would personally just rather have Vizier of Many Faces. Now, because of the way that deck works, if you didn't have Vizier of Many Faces, there's a budget option for that. I know Vizier is not very expensive, but there's a slightly budget option for that, and that would be Protein Raider. Protein Raider can come in and copy Combat Celebrant just like the Vizier does. So if you guys like don't have Viziers and you just need to pick up, you know, your copy effect, Protein Raider will work because you will have attacked with your Combat Celebrant by the time you're trying to bring back your clone. And for those of you that don't know what clone is just a simple copy this creature when it enters the battlefield. So just any copy effect would be a clone. So Vizier of Many Faces is a really good clone because you can bring it back from the graveyard. It's got more versatility if you're not comboing off. However, if you're just looking for the combo portion of that blue-red artifact deck, or that blue-red GPG deck, the combo portion can be completed with something like a Protein Raider. But we did see that there were a couple of the decks that just didn't run the Vizier of Many Faces. Instead, those 2 cards were actually swapped out for 2 Glint Sleeve Cranes. or Glint Nest Crane. Glint Nest Crane will let you look for your artifacts, so you can like dig to find either a Bomat Courier or a Walking Ballista or something of that nature. So if you guys are going to be trying to go to like F&M or something like that tonight, and you don't have your Viziers and Many Faces, Protein Raider will help. If you're missing other cards or you're worried about like what to play right now, I'm thinking Magma Spray is probably more important than Fatal Push currently, and that may change, you know, before long. But let's see what's up. Let's look back here at chat. I know some people like how it played your deck yesterday. Sucks that it was yeah, it kind of just murdered that deck. Those Manticores, man, they were brutal. Owlboy TDA, can I do more budget decks? No. I do budget decks when Dev builds a budget deck, but personally I don't build budget. I think you should always build with the most expensive cards you can, because you can always brew. You're always brewing. You're not actually having to build something until you're ready to take it to F&M. So I prefer to always brew with the most expensive, not necessarily, okay, expensive's the wrong word, but with the best options available. So the absolute best card that could be put into that slot, I would rather brew with it there. And then if you do not have the cards to complete the brew, start looking for budget options. But I do believe that you should always brew with the most competitive version of a deck that you can get, and then when you have your idea that you want to go for this, you can start looking for budget options to replace those. But yeah, maybe I'll start talking about more budget options and things like that. But for right now, I just don't think that it's healthy to want to brew with the budget cards. I think you should, again, brew with the best you can find. You can always, you know, proxy, rent, whatever, to test that out to see if it'll work. And then from there, you can, you know, go, okay, well, I don't have, you know, Chandra. All right, well, what is the budget option for Chandra? Okay, well then, in that case, I need to decide what my deck wants to use Chandra for the most. Is my deck worried about her +1 more than it is worried about the ramp? Is my deck worried about her kill ability more than it's worried about the ramp? And then when you decide, you know, okay, well, I want the +1 to get extra cards from Chandra. Well, then that budget option would be simple. It'd be something like Vance's Blasting Cannons. If your budget option is, or if your option for Chandra was, I have to have that ramp, then your option for Chandra might actually be something along the lines of Pirate's Pillage, because it would provide you that extra, you know, treasures. Or maybe even not Pirate's Pillage. Maybe you wanted to treasure map instead. Like, you would want to find something that would complement what you needed that expensive card for, and then you would be able to move into to something like a budget option. But you would want to know what is your best line. Now, of course, Chandra would be the better card over having multiple cards to do all of those things. Yeah, that's right. I knew I'd get you with a Pirate's Pillage. Anyway, if that is the option, if that's what you're looking for, then what are black-white color combo? That's Orzhov. Black-white is Orzhov. Anyway, so yeah, like, that's what I would do as far as budget goes. Like, you can always, like, just go, okay, why do I need this card? What is the effect that I need this card for? If you need Chandra to play Chandra and neg 3 her, like, you know that you are using Chandra as a kill spell in your deck, then you could always just run a better, like, another kill spell. There are plenty of sorcery speed spells that would do 4 damage if you need to for 4 mana. However, Chandra is the best one of those. So, my bad for typing faster than I'm thinking. It's Orzhov, though. Squee, yes, I am so excited about Squee. I am begging, like, I hope you guys just break Squee so we can play with it, bro. Like, just find a way to break Squee. That is definitely the call to action. Squee's going to be good. I think there's an H in there somewhere. I think it's like Orzhov. I think it's like Orzhov. I could be wrong. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, we've got plenty of people here. It's time to get into this league. Let's go play some black-red aggro. I was playing the blue-red gift earlier. The deck is so good. Oh, it's so good. I am loving that gift deck. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what Gerry T has to offer for us. Orzhov, can you use it in a sentence, please? In Ravnica, the black-white guild is called Orzhov. Rush, ask for the black-white guild name, Orzhov. We're at the spelling bee now. You'll have to watch this later. You and your boy just built a black-red aggro. Nice. Nice. Gerry T did really well. I hope you're using the Inventor's Apprentice because I think that card is very well suited right now. About to upload it on Reddit because you don't want to play your Grixis Winds deck. Okay. Alright. You don't like the Grixis Winds deck? Let me fix this chat. Way too big. Bam. 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 There we go. Right. Finish your 5 remaining competitive standard matches before the league ends on 4/18 at 4 a.m. Can we keep this? We got Scrap Heap Scrounger. We've got Harvester. We might actually be able to get rid of this hand in time to get that Hazard down. So let's see what happens here. I don't like not having a turn 1, but hey, we'll deal with it. Remember, this is more of a mid-range version of like red deck and things like that, so. I don't think I have to well, he's going to know that I have black anyway as soon as I play this. So next turn we play Aethersphere Harvester. Fanatical Firebrand. The Abrade will be nice, I believe. I am going to push damage here. I'm definitely on the race. Okay, so I think I just play Hazard here. We're not swinging with him, of course. We'll probably crew the Aethersphere Harvester. Swing with the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Hopefully we'll gain a little bit of life back here. And then if all goes well, we should be able to dump most of our hand next turn. On Crop Crasher. Well, these are going to be problematic. Alright, so we'll crew. So he's got 3 cards in hand. He'll have 3 under the Bomat Courier. So I think the idea here is to put our Aethersphere Harvester in front of him, but I'm going to be careful to not actually use my energy because I plan on him just sacking this Bomat Courier to trade 3 cards for 4. And he's just doing it now anyway. Not even going to let me get the option to block. So another Hazorat. All right. So how do we dump our hand the quickest? I think that well, I'm not swinging with Hazard this turn, but we can Inventor's Apprentice to create a blocker. and then we can stave off quite a bit of damage this turn. I think I definitely just swing with the Scrap Heap Scrounger though. Like, drawing our second Hazret there was not what we were looking for. Yes, this is Magic Online. It's not Arena. Now, if we can use Scrappy as a kill spell here, all about that. If he throws something in front of Scrap Heap Scrounger, I'm game for it. He did. Okay, well that's actually really good for us. So now I'm actually just going to sit back and abrade before he can get into combat. So we'll let him enter combat. What does he got? Has he got a Hazoret? This is a Chandra? A Phoenix. Okay. Okay. Alright, well. So yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and abrade On-Crop Crasher because it can make things not block. And then hopefully we'll get something we can cast here for 2 mana or less, or a land. And then at that point, we can start trying to get in with Hazoret and start trying to push damage. I mean, if he wants to block and sack this dude to stop Aethersphere Harvester, that means that he's going to take 5 from Hazoret. And possibly 2 more from Inventor's Apprentice. So, still waiting on our... Okay, so we got a land. Alright, I'll offer some trades here with him. So if he doesn't want to take the 8 damage here, which it could technically be 10 damage because I have enough to throw. That's kind of what I expected. So I expect this to ping. So I'm going to go ahead and gain my life. I thought that this would be a safe swing because it looked like he needed to deal with this Aethersphere Harvester. So we can definitely go that route. I definitely think that we can push this amount of damage though. So I'm going to probably throw this Hazoret at him at end of turn. Two main Firebrand is an easy way to take out his token. It is. Firebrand is a great card. So does he get sideways here? I mean, we were ahead on the race. Okay. Wow, he does. Well, I think that I still pitch this Hazoret. The Abrade is terrific. So he blocks Hazoret and we swing with... I think I just swing. I mean, he's hitting me back for... I'm at 9. This will be 6. I think that we can afford to attack out here. I mean, he can't take this. This is lethal, and I have a card that I can pitch, so he can't even get down to 2. I can stave off a ton of damage next turn by just shooting the Phoenix with the Abrade. Okay. So he's going to attempt to just kill me here. He does have 2 cards in hand, and he might be able to do it. My plans for this turn is to probably shoot the Phoenix, and then at that point we're going to bring back Scrap Heap Scrounger by exiling the other Hazard. And if he does turn sideways to get ahead of me there, then we should be able to just win this. We'll see. It's very, very close. You just push that token most of the time. You lost Legacy Phoenix last week. Then next turn, hit LL land on Glory. What? LL on Glorybringer. Shut down green red monsters. Gotcha. Seems good. Seems good. A Bomat Courier. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He doesn't have enough to pump the Bomat. So 6, 7. I'll be at 2. So, oh, and had the shock. He had the shock. Well, I couldn't play around shock right there like that. Yeah, maybe I should have played around the shock, but I did not. I did not play around the shock. Okay, so Doomfall is going to be, or not Doomfall, but Fatal Push is going to be good in this matchup. Scrap Heap Scrounger's not so good in this matchup, even though it is an artifact. I think that I would prefer to just have maybe another Phoenix and maybe Scrap Heap Scrounger. I don't think we have enough room to cut everything. He can't block though, and there might be a better card that I can cut on the draw. It might be Bomat Courier on the draw, but he's got plenty of Firebrands and Bomat, so I'm not cutting the Inventor's Apprentice. Braid is important, but not like Pia is good, Lifelink is good, Phoenix is like just a great blocker and just a hard way. Like it's like red deck has to 2-for-1 the Phoenix. Maybe it's cut a Walking Ballista, but I don't really like that idea. I'm probably going to cut 1 Hazard and just leave in 2 Scrap Heap Scroungers and roll like that. Just trading Hazard out for the Phoenix, that may or may not be the best play. I am not the best red deck player, but we're going to keep this and see what happens. See if he can shock it. We may have to end up playing these as just murders instead of Unlicensed Disintegration, so we may not have the artifact to be able to do things. I did cut the artifact count down a little bit by taking out 2 Scrap Heap Scroungers, so that's something to think about. But this is a really good hand, so I mean, we get a good start anyway. And there's the shock. Got me. 2-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop. Come on, 2-drop. Scavenger Grounds. Well, that's not exactly what we're looking for. At least it's a land, though, so that will work for us. I don't know why this guy who's playing red deck has a stop in my upkeep. It's not horrible. We'll see if he's got another shock or a lightning strike or something. Another shock. Okay. Definitely be playing around the shocks the rest of the time. It's been a while, sideboard. That's good. What's up, Sea Monkey? How you doing, buddy? It's the Sea Monkey. Oh, goodness. Like, running Hazard out doesn't seem great. I take Chandra up. That doesn't seem terrific either. I may just sit back and license Disintegration this turn. I think I will. Yeah, I think I'll just unlicense Disintegration something. We need a land that's an artifact. So if he wants to go ahead and... He did not pump, so I assume he's got something else he wants to play. Phoenix. The Phoenix. Well, that's not terrific. We need yet one more land before we can. We don't have enough black to be able to deal with the Phoenix, unfortunately. Or any other land would allow us to Chandra and then play Fatal Push on the token. We'd lose our Chandra that route, but I think our safest play is to do it on his turn. I can unlicense Disintegration the Phoenix and kind of just go from there. I could always just kill the Phoenix and then like sacrifice the Scavenger Grounds. Honestly, I could sacrifice the Scavenger Grounds for these 2 red, and then with the ability on the stack, I would already have Revolt, and I could just Fatal Push the Phoenix. But I think that I'm going to need to just unlicense Disintegration the Phoenix here. And then if we top deck any untapped land, then we can play Chandra and Fatal Push. But otherwise, ooh, Kari Zev, come on, untap land. There it is. All right, so I'm going to play Chandra. I'm going to neg 3 on Kari Zev. We lose Chandra here, but this helps us get to the point where we're on Hazard. That does clear up the board. I mean, it did cost us most of our cards, but alright, Lightning Strike, he's just going to deal with Chandra this way. That seems, okay, yeah, I was going to say, that seems bad. He should just do the damage to me. Wow, alright, there's his Hazard. He's going to work. And I'm behind. Hazard blocks Hazard? And it doesn't seem great, does it? But until I can get a better board state, I think Hazard just has to block Hazard. When can I turn the corner here? I don't think I can. Like, do I have a free opening to attack? We can do 7 points this turn. I don't think I have a free opening to attack. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be able to attack here, which is not great. Mono red here. That could help if I had another black source. but I do not. So again, he's just going to keep throwing cards at me. Hazard's going to win this. I can't outrun the next 2 turns here. I can't do the 18 damage in 2 turns. Earthshaker Kinra. So he does like 3 points of damage to me here no matter what. Yeah, that's a good game, opponent. Good game. I mean, I could block the Hazard. I would take 3. I'd be at 1. I would draw a Phoenix, and then he would untap, upkeep, throw a card at me. So, yeah. We lost the first one there. You think that Eric played that version of GPG? Which version? The Jeskai version? Yeah, I did play the Jeskai version of GPG. I played the blue-red version and the green-red version of GPG. So yeah, I definitely played most of the GPG decks. So. It's warm in here. I got too many shirts on. You guys are gonna have to give me a second. Lamp, take over. Oh, I was talking about I was advertising for Vibram there apparently. I don't know. I was asking if you guys have ever played disc golf. It's a it's like golf with frisbees, but frisbees are, yeah, I'm talking to myself again. My bad. But frisbee's actually a brand, so we don't call them frisbees. Contraband Kingpin. Oh, this guy is ready for God Pharaoh's gift. You can't block though. I'll just shoot your Kingpin. He blocked. So I'm just gonna trade Walking Ballista for Kingpin here. As Kingpin can gain like small increments of life, and I don't want that to happen. So you toss Innova only. I'm a Discraft man myself, so just saying, Albatross. So you throw a rock for your mid range. I like the buzz. You know, that's I play that Flex Plastic, man. It's good stuff. Yeah. So you're Innova. You probably like all your discs are all Star Plastic, or do you like Champion? Disc golf, it's a lot of fun, and you know, it's a good way to get out and exercise and whatever. Kind of want to get Chandra down this turn. I think I'm going to, or I'm going to try to. We'll see if this blue-black here can do something about my Scrap Heap Scrounger. All right, do you have a negate left now? No negate. No negate. All right. You toss Nerves disc? Nebs disc? I don't even know what Nebs is. Like, they were making so many new brands when I first started back to playing. Like MVP and all these others. Like, I'd never heard of them. Oh, wow, it's an Esper control deck. Well, that happens. So, end of turn here, we can bring back Scrap Heap Scrounger. Just exile the Walking Ballista. And he doesn't have a second white source yet, so I'm kind of excited about that. Liliana. Well, we definitely have to kill Lily. It's gonna cost us a land, but we're killing Lily. So he threw Hornswoggle and Plains in the graveyard. Alright, so the plan here is going to be to spend our mana and our desert. We're going to say yes. And then we're going to crack Liliana, him. And there we go. So Lily, oh, the Scarab God. The god of the Scarab. We don't have any other creatures in the grave. He's got one creature in the grave that he could bring back. He's got 3 cards in hand. I think that I just pass, and at the beginning of my end step, I'll just hit him for 3. I could have hit him for 10 points of damage right there, but I'm going to take the chance that I get to do that, like take the 3 points of damage, and I get to do the other damage anyway. A Contraband Kingpin, okay? And he gets the Scarab God back. So I'm going to go with a Pianalar. I will attack. Probably going to just trade this Bomat in if he goes to block it. I mean, if he's looking for the lifelink, he can't block the Bomat. Alright, well, we'll trade 1 Bomat in for a couple cards. He'll take 6 more. Has a Fatal Push. Okay, well, I actually wanted one of my Scrap Heap Scroungers in the grave. This is going to allow us to work around the Scarab God much better. As long as we have a Scrap Heap Scrounger in the grave, he can't actually use the Scarab God to stop us here. Oh wow, alright. So what's the math here? He can block 1 thing. He'll take... Okay, so... Wonder if he's got a kill spell. You know what? We're just going to let him have it. I'm not even going to exert. Alright, here we go. At this point, the only thing I can think of doing is just simply racing the Scarab God. So, we've got 5 points in air. We did not exert. If he wants to, get back his Contraband Kingpin, or maybe like our Bomat Courier or something like that, that's perfectly fine. But I think our plan is to just do this extra 5 points in the air next turn and go from there. Absolutely, everyone, hit that like button. What did they put on YouTube? YouTube Stomp a Trick. What? Right. Well, it coming back was I wanted to make that extra push to make him wait an extra turn before he could play it. So he decided not to bring something back. He's just gonna. Ooh, a Profane Procession. He's got 1 card. Okay, so he's going to try to gain a little life here. I'll just take it. So it looks to me like he was just looking at the top guys here and going that he'll block, right? Which is fine. He can block. He's only going to gain the 1 point of life, and he's going to take 5, and he can't stop the Chandra, so we'll just let him go. Oh my goodness! I forgot about the punt. Oh my, a punt. What a punt. What a punt. Okay, well, beginning of end step, we're going to do this thing again. Oh, I can't believe I did that. And then I'll just bring back the Scrap Heap Scrounger from the graveyard. I forgot the Ixalan's binding was on it. I straight forgot. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Oops. What's up, KPS? Been a while, sir. Been a while. Alright, so we just eat Bomat. Something with haste. That ain't horrible. That's another flyer, at least. All the scrappies in the world. Opponent on 1. And I don't know if I can close the deal. Wow. Wow. You have to take off and go home soon, then you'll hop back on. Well, take care, KPS. Knuckle Pancake Squad, everybody. Thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, Google him, Knuckle Pancake Squad. It's, got a good group of peoples. Good group of peoples. I mean, I guess I just play the Aether Sphere and swing in the air. We'll let him use his Profane Procession to deal with Aether Sphere Harvester. A Vraska's Contempt. That is pretty good. Alright. Well, we'll play another one. Alright, well, that Ixalan's binding, oh man. I played right into that. I didn't even think about it. I mean, I guess this time he Profane Processions it. Okay, so, ooh, a Gear Hulk on another. Stream love from your friends at the Knuckle Pancake Squad. Hey, thanks, KPS. I appreciate that, man. I think you might have just taken over Stream Boss there. No, like Rush, you missed it by just a couple hundred points. So, much love, KPS. Thank you very much, sir. Absolutely, Jeff Hefe's got some love for you there. You almost took out our Stream Boss. Wow, another Vraska's Contempt. Well, I mean, the Vraska's Contempt off of Gear Hulk, plus he got the 2 Scries. Seems good. Seems really, really good. So he doesn't have a block. Alright, well, I'll just play the Phoenix. At least this deck is fighting really well in like the late game. I mean, we're forcing him to not even be able to play as the Scarab God because he has to like answer what we currently have on the board. So that's definitely was my plan for the Scarab God, is to force him back enough to the point where we could get his life total low. Maybe I should have. Rush is like, I got this. I got this. All right, Rush. Rush is the stream boss. Much love to you, Rush. Much love. I'm glad you got it. I know you had to be laughing when KPS missed it by like less than 1,000. You had to be laughing because that happened to you the other night. But I don't think KPS was going for the stream boss. But yeah, nice way to swing in there and like, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. Alright, so we'll see what the opponent's plan is here. Again, he really needs to be able to answer our flyer. If he's running out of answers for the flyer, then he is in some trouble. On that note, I'm out. I did! Take care, Rush. I figure you're, what, on your way home right now? Yeah, it's about driving time for you. Alright, so there's the Phoenix going. I think we got there. What a top deck, right? I think we got there. If he doesn't have Fatal Push, we got there. Alright, we got there. Alright. Sweet. Wow, what a fight against blue-black or Esper control there. Alright, so yeah, he's a control deck, so I want to be drawing some more cards. Like, he wasn't taxing my land. Doomfall is going to be really good too. I think it's going to be better than PNLR. Like, I know we won that off the Thopter, but I think it's going to be better than PNLR. And I also want my other resilient threats. Chandra seems risky if he does Ixalan's Binding it, though. Hopefully we'll get a Doomfall down before that. I don't think that I need Aether Sphere Harvester, but it might be something I need. Scrappy Scrounger is great against the Scarab God decks. There's just some lines of play that gives you a little protection against your own graveyard. And since I brought in some of these up, I think I'm going to take one Chandra out. And maybe in a Braid? Yeah, let's take out two a Braid. I want to stay fast, but yeah. Like, do I go to the 20? I think I take a Hazard out and put in the extra land. It may just be take both Hazards out, but I want to diversify my threats a little bit at least. A Braid might be better suited as Fatal Push, but then I'm not going to be slowing the Scarab God down, so yeah. Playing Mono Green Stompy. Wow, Mono Green Stompy. That seems good. I've heard a lot of people talk about, like, they're excited for like some of the new cards that are coming out because of some of the changes that are going to happen to some other decks that people have really liked. I think Mono Green Stompy was one of those. So, Rush says he's going to see his mom in the hospital, and then it's date night. Well, I'd say you owe your wife a date night, and I hope your mom gets feeling better. I hope she gets well soon, buddy. Hate to think anybody's mom's sick, but every lady's somebody's mom, right? Well, I mean, she's got kids, I guess. I guess not. All right. Well, we can come out fast. We have some good resilient answers. We've got our Argyle's Bloodfast. Yeah, I'm good with this. Bowman Courier off the top. Oh man, it was a walking ballista. Essence scatter on my ballista? No? Fatal push on my apprentice? No? Okay. He's just gonna take the damage. Everybody has a mom is more like that's what I was trying to say. Everybody's got a mom. Oh wow. So do I just get in and then like doomfall him? I think I do. And then next turn, worst case scenario, I can play Argyle's Bloodfast and a Venter's Apprentice. Yeah, I think this is good. Alright, what are we looking at? He's got to settle the wreckage. He doesn't have his other white mana. I'm going to just play into that. Alright, so... I mean, he can Vraska's Contempt next turn. That's worrisome. Well, that's going to make him want to Vraska's Contempt. So we'll just play Argyle's Bloodfast. Attack. Wow, not interested in playing Contempt on that, huh? Looking for that white land. Binding. He got a binding. What do you bind? The Argyle's Bloodfast. Wow. Okay, well, we might be able to get somewhere. He played, now he's played the swamp. Or he's gonna duress me. No. He knows exactly what I've got, so he knows to save that Vraska's Contempt. No settle yet. And he's been playing everything he's been top decking, so I think he just played that island. There's the Vraska's Contempt. So he gains 2, but he takes 3 here. I'm okay with this. He does need to hit a white land. There it is. Alright, so we're on a little bit of a different strategy now. Just play the Scrap Heap Scrounger and pass. So land off the top means we can just shoot him for 2. I mean, he does have settle. So I'm just doing this so if he has like Gearhulk or... Alright, so he didn't leave up enough mana for disallow. So I'm gonna put a counter, remove a counter, remove a counter. If he can respond and gain life somehow at instant speed, then he's got me. Alright, there we go. Alright, sandbag the Contempt. Yeah, that I think that played out really well for us against that control deck there. So that seemed really good. Like, felt good. Felt like it was just nice and smooth. We got right in. We dealt our damage, and now we're in the next match. That's kind of what I would expect out of your typical reddish deck. Let's face it. I mean, this is pretty much a red deck. We've got our Scrap Heap Scroungers, we've got a Chandra, we've got a piece of removal. Shouldn't be too horrible. You know, we even ended up with a card we can't play on turn 1. How rare. How rare. Well, we've got a good turn 3 play now. We can play Walking Ballista or Scrap Heap Scrounger and Inventor's Apprentice. Okay, so this is Abzan. Faith of the Devoted. Wow. All right. Well, we got to get out of the gates just as fast as we can. I mean, he might have Settle. I'm playing the Scrappies because I'm just loaded with them, and they're technically more damage than a Walking Ballista would be right now. So I'm probably just going to end up sandbagging the Walking Ballista unless I run out of things to do. So why not put a Yahini in the sideboard? He has haste and can go big. Because I'm playing Gerry Thompson's list, and Gerry Thompson didn't have Yahini in the sideboard. There's probably a lot of things. We'll talk about those in the wrap-up that could or couldn't be good in this deck, but yeah. Do we look to see if he has Settle? Like we just swing into the Settle? Sure. I mean, if he doesn't have it, he's taking 10. No, 8, sorry. I mean, I was counting Chandra. Man, if he didn't settle right there, I might just go ahead and play another Scrap Heap Scrounger. Does he gain life? Yeah. Wow. All right. So you lose 2 and gain 2. All right. Fetid pool. So there is blue in the deck. He's just probably all colors. Just a bunch of cycling lands. Okay. I'm gonna play the Walking Ballista, just because I can use it to shoot. If he goes to Fumigate, then I can actually like shoot him for 1. Plus I can like remove a creature from the battlefield. So this is like Drakehaven, only I don't think he's got a lot of protection. He's probably gonna have a lot of life gain here though, but him tapping out on his turn, that kind of signifies to me that this may be Ogre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 1 more is 10. Yeah, how can I get in that extra point of damage? Ooh. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. Let's try it. So now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, Zaxadillo. Zax, you here? Did you see this? Did you see this madness? Oh, did you see it? He just fogged me, man. I just got fogged. You know how bad that feels? It may be a New Perspectives deck. I think it's a Faith of the Devoted deck, but if he drops a New Perspectives, which he doesn't have the blue mana for, if he drops a New Perspectives, though, he could probably just kill me on the spot. Those decks, like, if they go off, they're great. If they don't go off, then, well. So, he's a Fog deck. Alright. Back at 15, look at him. I mean, he's ahead of me on damage here. Got 3 mana open. What are you casting for 3 mana? Gift of Paradise. He's going to be back at 18. Wow. Wow, opponent. Wow. Alright, so we'll play the Spire. I'm going to exile the top card of my library. It's an Aether Sphere Harvester. I'm going to say no to that. We're going to hit him. He's tapped out. So we'll just pay 4 mana to do 2 extra points of damage here. And now we should be able to get through a Fog. So Fog prevents all combat damage, and Chandra's Uptick and Walking Ballista is not combat damage. I mean, yeah, he's going to gain some more life off of his Faith of the Devoted, but hopefully we'll be able to just get there. I mean, he's got 4 mana left open, though. And he's got his blue source now if he needs it. This could get tricky. I mean, so far, like, he is doing damage to me. Faith of the Devoted and Fog. That's what it's all about right there. Oh yeah. Happy Friday, y'all. Well, happy Friday to you too, Suave. So does he have another Haze? Okay. Well, we would win from 4 points of damage plus Chandra anyway. So we'd be able to swing and see what happened. Doomfall seems like it's going to be pretty good, but I also think I want to stay extremely aggressive. So I want the Doomfalls. I do not want a Braid. I don't even think that Unlicensed Disintegration is good in this matchup. I mean, maybe drawing some extra cards might be good. I don't... Would you think he would have Viziers? He would have to have Viziers, right? But would he ever play them? Would he play them or cycle them? I mean, against red decks, sometimes you play them, but... What card caught my attention from Dominaria? Ooh. There's a lot of Knights that make me think that the mono white deck is going to be, like, not a single card really caught my attention, more so looking at all of the things that are coming, and the biggest thing that I've seen is there's going to be a Knights deck, and I'm kind of excited about the Knights deck. We've been joking around it in the stream, you know, hey, White Winnie's back, you know, yeah, there's a Knights deck that looks like it's going to be really sweet, so yeah, I'm thinking that, and plus if you go back and look at like some of our best vampires in Standard right now, they're all Knights. I think I'm going to bring in the Argyle's Bloodfast and a Phoenix. I think that's the route I want to take. Just bring in the Argyle's Bloodfast and another Phoenix. If I get a Hazard down, I get stuck with him in hand. I think we're okay against this new Perspectives deck. At least Hazard will let us keep like throwing stuff at him, and yeah, I just want to keep the threats coming. So the new Captain Sisay looks good. Like, if y'all are wanting a specific card, I would like the most lore was a, like, you know, the Weather Light's back, but I think the best card in the new set's probably going to be Karn. I mean, like, if you really want to like get to the nitty gritty about like what cards are what, I'm most excited about the idea that the Knights deck is going to be, oh yeah, Splashing Angels, probably. But I'm most excited about Knights and stuff. But Karn looks like he's going to be broken. Oh my goodness, Karn's going to be broken. I'm excited about Squee. I'm excited about, you know, quite a few other cards. But the Knights themselves is what really was like, hey, that's going to be a deck. That's going to be a problem. There are way too many bears in this format for that to not be a problem. So yeah, that was the thing that come up on my mind. Right, Squee. Zaxadillo, did you see this guy play Fog on me? Huh? Did you see that? Oh, I took out all my kill, and he's got a Vile Manifestation. It's okay. We'll just Doomfall it next turn. Or I could just play Chandra and kill it. Like, I may just want to set up more. Gift. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing the thing. So if I Doomfall it, I just start going to town right now, like just go to work on him. So yeah, we'll just start pushing damage. If he thought this Vile Manifestation was going to be like a chump to stop a bunch of damage, we're just going to remove that. And I feel that I have to do that because I just don't have a lot of other removal spells. And we've got some good plays next turn with the Bomat Courier and the Inventor's Apprentice if we don't hit a land. But if we hit a land, I'm probably just going to play Chandra and uptick her to get in both of the same plays again. So, bam, I got it. We're going to try to play around the counter. I mean, he does have blue mana open. So, no counter. All right. Well, let's see if he's got a Settle the Wreckage. For some reason, I think that he's not got Settle, that he's all about the cycling. So, I mean, he may have Settle out of the side, but we're in, we are in match 3, game 2, and it's against a cycling deck. Rogue? What? Hey, that Doomfall seems good. So I can play Doomfall and Aether Sphere Harvester here. So let's see what you got, opponent. Show me what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. Come on. What? Doomfall's good, guys. Ooh. He's got the double settle. I'll swing with Inventor's Apprentice and Bomat Courier, I guess. If he gives me a couple lands, maybe I just swing with the Inventor's Apprentice. Just get in for a small amount of damage. I mean, if he's wanting to do things, so you, like, cycle, or you're going to settle that? I mean, you're going to keep taking damage, so what are you going to do, opponent? Like, I kind of expect him to just cycle and go, okay. Take 2. And then next, we'll just swing for a little bit. I mean, it's just going to be chip damage, chip damage, chip damage, so. Alright, well, he got rid of that. So, he cycled into a Haze of Pollen. He cycles again. I mean, he can't play anything here, otherwise he just takes a ton of damage. And he has to sit back and hold Settle up. So, like, there's just going to be a point where we get to just keep going with the Settle. Like, I think at this point I can swing with Aether Sphere Harvester, or yeah, I could probably just swing with Scrap Heap Scrounger. Like, you want to settle it? Settle it. A Hazoret. Oh, man. Then we can start throwing 4 points a turn at him. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm swinging with Aether Sphere here. See if he'll settle for me. What? With that hazard down, you're not willing to settle? He's letting himself get very, very low on life. And he may be able to just be able to come back from it, but he is letting himself get extremely low. Chef at Monitor? Okay. The Monitor's nice because like this will allow him to get an extra land, which at that point he'll be up to 6. Right now he's stuck on 5, and so if he does have like new perspectives or something, he should have the answer for it. Or he should be able to play it at least. Boros Knights, especially with the Lord that gives creatures with first strike, double strike. Yes, that's one of the ones I was looking at, was that guy who, like, anybody who's got first strike gets double strike. Direfleet Daredevil is going to be so good with that. I'm going to take a card out of your deck, out of your graveyard that you used on me earlier. I'm going to use it on you, and my dude's got double strike. So, yeah, that's going to be good. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Plus, I like red with double strike because red with double strike is just going to be broken as far as, like, anytime you've got first strike damage and you can do that burn in front of it, and then the first strike damage happens, like, you could have, like, 1 toughness and you still live. So, he's still got that settle, but, I mean, I'm looking at just throwing some cards at him. So, like, we'll just exile Chandra. Or not, yeah, I'm just ultimate Chandra, and then we'll just burn him. Like, if he doesn't deal with Chandra here, I just ultimate Chandra, right? Like, there's nothing else that you could possibly do. Is he trying to, like, have a mini go off here? Because that's not going to work for him. Like, if he didn't get the new perspectives down, I don't think he's going to be able to, like, do anything worth. He's dead next turn, put it that way. If he doesn't leave up 4 mana, he's probably still dead next turn. Did he just tap out beyond settle? No, he did not. Okay. Well, that's broken. What do I just swing with? I mean, I could have just, like, upped her and then played this and killed him. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't draw, like, a Vraska's Contempt. I was worried that if I did it and he had a Vraska's Contempt, that I wouldn't get through. But now we just uptick Chandra for mana. Because now that he's tapped out, we know that we're safe. And now I can just burn him. There we go. Okay. I was worried about Vraska's Contempt. It was the only thing I could think of playing around. I was like, well, if I do it in the second main phase, when we're just gold. So, yeah. That's the way that one worked for him. Poor New Perspectives. Man, I tried to play that deck so many times. New Perspectives is just... You don't really do anything. You're never interacting with your opponent. You're never interacting with the board. You're basically just churning through your deck, and that's supposed to win. And there are some ways to make it win. So I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah. One more, and we're playing on house money. We're almost there. Jeffrey, take care, man. Good luck at F&M. Everyone else is that might dip out to go to F&M or whatever. I wouldn't blame you at all. So yeah. Oh man, it is burning up in here. I've got. If the wind's blowing on my mic, you guys let me. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. The humidity. Oh, I've been living in Arizona. I haven't seen my own sweat in so long. Like, it just dries right off of you as soon as it comes out. Here, you get out of the shower in the morning, and you never get dry the rest of the day. Just doesn't happen. Too much humidity. Well, we get an Inventor's Apprentice, which is going to just, like, turn this little bow mat down. Like, he's going to have to shock it if he wants to keep swinging. Which, if this is the 18-0 red deck, he's running the shock, so. Lamp throwing off some heat. Nah, man. Lamp throws shade, dog. He don't throw heat. It's just all shade all the time. Ain't that right? Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I've got to just shoot this bow mat. I can't let this thing get away from me. So, I mean, if he's got, like, On-Crop Crasher to follow this up, that's fine. But just getting rid of that bow mat that had already started putting some cards under it, I just couldn't deal with that. Yeah, this is looking to be a healthy game in my favor, I think. I actually think that him passing turn there might have been... Like, so now he's going on the defensive. Wow, he just took the pass. He didn't even try to kill Pia or anything. Hazard with 3 cards. I wonder if he can dump them all this turn. We'll see if he can dump all 4 of his cards this turn. Well, he needs to dump 3 of the 4. Bowmat Courier, that'll do it. Just sack the Bowmat. Swing at Chandra. Earthshaker Kenra. Alright, he's there. Bye-bye, Chandra. Bye-bye, Miss Chandra. But he does have to swing at it with Hazard, so we're only taking 3. I'm okay with that. I think Unsummon's really good right now, guys. Unsummon. They bring back a Combat Celebrant before they actually declare attack with it. Like, because at the beginning of combat, they bring it back. You get a priority before they declare attack. You just bounce it. Like, there's a bunch of just really, really good plays with, like, Combat Celebrant and stuff. Man, do we take this point of life? I think we have to, right? I mean, we're going to have to take this one or take another one, so. Ooh, so he's going to go ahead and sack the Bowmat there. He had a Hazard in hand. I'm just leaving back the blocker here to try to protect the Chandra. Oh, that got me. The Grasping Dunes. Wow. All right. No Chandra protection. Chandra has delayed him enough that we're probably going to be able to get ahead of him now. Yeah, we're definitely just like going for the kill here. We're pretty close. Pretty close. Alright, so he threw a land at me. So it looks like Bomat had had a land under it. And then he drew another land. On Crop Crasher. Well, this is going to be pretty good for him. Does he attack? Okay. No attack. So I'm actually just attacking with everything. Then I'm going to sack the Bomat Courier after damage. He has to really stop these two. So, so the Bomat Courier should actually be able to hit and actually do a point of damage. Because I don't think it's actually about to get blocked. And then from that, I'll be able to sack the Bomat Courier and throw that card at him with the hazard. So, I think that... Oh, he's actually going to block the Bomat. Well, then he's dead anyway. Okay, so he's just going to take the two. Like, so he didn't have good blocks here, but... Yeah. We'll make sure that he actually takes this two. Game. Okay. I think that you would probably, like, you have a better chance at your opponent messing up, and if you didn't block the Bomat, like, maybe he would sack before combat, because that happens a lot. So I'm not going to say that the opponent made a mistake, but he definitely made a play that helped allow me to not make a mistake. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to play into, you know, someone making a mistake, but he definitely didn't help me any there. This deck actually seems really well suited against red deck. Like, I don't even know what we would really side in for red deck. Maybe take out 2 Abrade and bring in 2 Fatal Push. Other than that, maybe a couple Doomfalls. But Doomfall feels a little bit slow. I know I'm on the draw, but... So Suave asked a really, really good question, and I've heard the question quite a few times. Most Magic content producers are talking about this right now. So you were thinking of jumping on MTGO, but with Arena on its way, what do you guys think? Okay, so Arena is not going to be a game where you can play all formats. If you're a modern player, if you want to play Commander, if you want to play things like that, it's not going to really be available for you. I think that they are trying to put Brawl on Arena, but as of right now, Brawl is going to show up on MTGO first. Like, as far as I know, Brawl is, they're working on getting Brawl on MTGO. So Brawl is going to show up a little bit before Arena really does. And then you're going to start to see, like, more of those formats here on MTGO. MTGO is not going anywhere. So if you're worried that, you know, I don't want to get into MTGO and start building a collection there because then I won't, you know, be around for, you know, Arena or whatever. Arena is going to be extremely casual. Like, you cannot talk to people, which in some argument there, people on Magic don't really talk to each other a lot anyway, but occasionally you will find someone that you do want to say something to or something like that, and you won't even have that option on Arena because you can't talk to each other. So if you are, wow, did he just go big red, or what is he doing here? Yeah, this is a weird stream time. The major portion of this being a weird stream time is the fact that I typically stream. Like, not at all. I typically don't stream on Fridays, but I missed my stream last night due to some technical difficulties, and I just kind of got stuck away from the house and just couldn't. But so I'm just gonna upgrade this on his turn, and then I'll unlicense disintegrate it on my turn. I think that's like my best option. Battle of the Phoenixes. Yeah, he with the most kill spells normally wins the Battle of Phoenixes. But he with the most Phoenixes normally wins the game. So we'll just upgrade his Phoenix. You have a 5 mana play. Another Phoenix. Wow. Just wow. Well, I've got to get rid of one of these Phoenixes. So we're going to do it like this. At least on turn 6, we're going to be able to play Chandra and Phoenix in the same turn. So, and I think I'm safe to make this attack, because I'm showing that I could have an Abrade or a Shock. Looks like he's got a Shock as well, so we're probably going to see his Hazard, and then we'll go from there. Nope, not a Hazard. Alright, so I actually may just trade Chandra for the Phoenix here. It's actually going to cost me a couple cards, but we'll do a little bit of damage. Well, there's another. Okay, well, I could uptick Chandra and play my Phoenix, which actually doesn't sound really bad. I mean, with him with only one card in hand, if I could find a way to like make my Phoenix survive, that might be my best bet. So yeah, we'll just go Chandra and Phoenix on 6 here, and then next turn we can go unlicense. So. Just arrived home for dinner. What's up, Mr. Pascal? What's up, Landon? How you doing? But yeah, I hope I answered that for you, Swabby. But like, yeah, it's just Arena's going to be casual from what I can tell, and you cannot collect cards. Like you just can't collect cards. So. Oh no, he got us. We've been got. Man. So if I block to save Chandra, we can do like 6 points of damage next turn. If I don't. Alright, so the idea for next turn would be you would uptick Chandra. Like I would just block and Chandra would be at 1. I would uptick Chandra, and then I would have to use one of the black and one of the Spires to bring back Scrap Heap Scrounger eating the Phoenix. And then I would have Scrap Heap Scrounger, and I would be able to double Unlicensed Disintegrate, dealing with the Phoenix and putting myself a creature. I think it's the play. I think it is the play, but it feels so bad just letting my Phoenix go like this. But it's basically, you know, I have to choose, like, what do I want here? Now, if he decides he wants to sacrifice his Scavenger Grounds, then that's fine. I kind of expected him to do that anyway. So that's also something that's putting me on doing like this, because now he doesn't sack his Scavenger Grounds. Like, there's no way that he can be prepared for this play. Oh, wow. Alright, so it might have actually gotten better. Yeah, that being a top deck just changed the game plan. Undo, undo, undo. I can go for 2. Yeah, we can go for 2. Or I can go for Walking... No, I think I go for Walking Ballista for 2, and then I get to kill both of these. So I think that's the route I need to take, and then he has to hit a creature off the top. If he hits a land off the top, I'll lose Chandra anyway, but yeah, so I'm just gonna go for Walking Ballista. And I do have to do everything on my turn here, which is not ideal, but we'll survive. Maybe we'll survive. I mean, he's got 0 cards in hand. I assume he's just looking at the board state, trying to figure out what's going to go on. I mean, if he hits a land off the top, then he's good. If he hits a creature off the top, he's good. But this will minimize what's currently on the board, and then we can do the Scrap Heap Scrounger Unlicensed Disintegration next turn to deal with whatever. I'm thinking that an Unlicensed Disintegration, when he finally gets a chance to crew this up, is going to be absolutely like perfect. Wow, he just passed back. Chandra lived. Chandra lived. Okay, so let's look at our mana situation here, because now I can Scrap Heap Scrounger, eat a Walking Ballista, or, you know, of course, a Phoenix, anything. And we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 8 to be able to do all the things. So I'm just going to uptick. I'm going to use one of the black sources and a colorless. You know what? Undo that. I don't have to do any of that right now. The only thing I need to spend is this colorless source, play Aether Sphere, and now I can actually wait. So if he decides he wants to like sack the graveyard or something, I can actually bring back my Scrap Heap Scrounger in response. So so he's got an Abrade. I'm okay with that. I mean, it's not exactly what I was hoping for, but we did keep up the mana to be able to play around him removing that. So, by the way, you're not a mister. Well, I'm sorry. I'm so used, like, that is so that's my bad, like hardcore my bad, because like I'm just used to. That's my bad. Wow. So we actually do have female viewers. You're like one of maybe 3. Question for you: how do you like being a female who plays Magic the Gathering, or a lady who plays Magic the Gathering? Sorry, I was in the Marine Corps. Said female a lot. Well, he didn't give me anything that I can really shoot. He never fired up the. I mean, that was a great top deck for the opponent. Like, there's nothing I can say about that. I mean, it's just a terrific top deck to just top deck Hazard. Maybe we could top deck a Hazard. That's not a Hazard. Maybe we can push damage, though. I mean, me and him are both kind of top decking, but if he hits a land, he's on a Pianalar. Nope. Or not a Pianalar, Earthshaker Kenra. I mean, I can't block anyway, but I mean, he pretty much has to just bring back Earthshaker here. I'm going to go ahead and let him get into combat, and then we'll kill the Earthshaker. So we'll take 5, he'll take 3. Yeah. He'll take 3, go to 8, and then we need what? Chandra off the top. Oh, he's going to try to gain some life. All right. Well, we'll let him get in here. All right, so he did use the energy. So we'll go ahead and shoot the Aether Sphere Harvester so he doesn't gain the life. He goes down to 8. We just need a way to do 2 damage. 2 damage. Walking Ballista. Walking Ballista. Chandra. Walking Ballista. Yes! Got there. Golden Nut. Golden Nut, guys. I guess there's a bit too much testosterone on the loose at F&M and other events, but other than that, it's fine. My wife feels the same way. She feels that guys will actually play harder and be a little bit like rougher on her than they will on basically anyone else, just because of that aspect of I don't want to lose to a girl, that sort of thing. So, but Miss Pascal, thank you very much for watching. I'm very glad to have not just a bunch of testosterone here. We have to get you in coffee time or something like that eventually, so we can have a feminine voice. I keep saying that coffee time's nothing but a bunch of guys sitting around a table, but I didn't really want it that way. So, yeah. All right, we're 1 away. If we win the next one, we're 4-1 with Gerry Thompson's deck here. Sweet deck. The numbers are great. We're getting the top decks we need when we need them. You know, Gerry, you did great, man. This is a sweet deck. I can see why someone of your caliber could take this to the top 3. So, yeah, that's... I mean, heck, it's even playing good for a regular Joe like myself. Or regular Eric, regular Joe. Not a pro. Pros versus Joes. Anyway. Sweet. Getting into this last game. Man, that Walking Ballista off the top was just perfect. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. And even though it's not the greatest hand in the world, we've still got some scrap heap scroungers. We're going to be very resilient. So... well, that you're still like you identify that way, like you identify as feminine, right? That's all that matters. Like what in today's age, if that's the way you identify, then that's your option. So, I mean, that's just kind of how it works. You go to a workplace and someone says, I could look at you wearing what I wear right now, looking the way I look right now, and say I would rather identify as a female than. You should be respectful enough to say that, all right, that dude with the goatee and the handlebarred mustache, that's not a dude. So, I mean, yeah, it's, you'd still be a feminine aspect. Man, he got my scrap heap scrounger with a baffling in. Yeah, watch me fumble straight through that, right? Yeah. You disagree on that one? I think that it's just a title. People are people, and if people feel better being labeled one way or another, I mean, personally, I think that I'm a person. Yeah, I'm a dude, but I'm a person. But if you would like to label yourself and you would like to pick a label, then who am I to tell you your label's wrong? I'm not. Nobody can tell someone what they are or who they ain't. So. And that has nothing to do with sexuality either. I mean, just if I say, hey, I'm a streamer, like everyone could stop watching, but that ain't gonna change in my head that I'm a streamer. So we can look at it in a million different ways if you want to, but when it really comes down to it, people are who they are, and other people can't change that. So. Take it with a grain of salt. Like, I'm all about just let people be. Just let people live. Like that's me right there. God is good, beer is great, and people are crazy. Yes, that is true. God is good, beer is great, and people are crazy. That reminds me of another song. Don't look now, but mama's. Some of y'all will get the rest of that. I'm not going to finish it, but anyway, really, I can't get all of this stuff out of my hand. Does he have a fog available or something? Is he going to fog me? Alright, so the reason I just play the other scrap heap here instead of the Aether Sphere Harvester is because I leave up enough that if he like wipes the board, I can at least bring back a scrap heap Scrounger. Is this approach? Overwhelming Splendor. You're gonna make me beat you down with 1/1s. Okay. Overwhelming Splendor. Well, he doesn't have the ability anymore, so he can swing. He's a 1/1. I mean, you still have to answer the board, dude. Overwhelming Splendor is not going to save you. Although... I mean, if you got Settle, that'll save you. Looks like he's got a Settle. Oh, yeah. Let's go get all the land. Enchanted player can't activate abilities that I can't even crew this. I need a ton of 1/1s. His last card in hand was a Settle. Like, he ramped to an Overwhelming Splendor and then settled. That's pretty good. Now he's gonna cast Mine, draw some extra cards. It's gonna be good. Why would I swing out only needing to swing with 2 guys? He was at 5, and I had 6 guys on the battlefield that were all 1/1s. Like, this is not a 1/2. Even if I have this artifact, this is not a 2/3. Watch, it's a 1/1. All right, so that's why. Like, so yeah, I could have left 1 dude back. But Overwhelming Splendor is what's going on here. All right, I know this is not a card that a lot of people are used to. I actually won the pre-release of Hour of Devastation because of this card. It was great. This is what I pulled out of my packs, and I just won the pre-release with it. And it had a cycling deck that just Overwhelming Splendor. Let's go. But yeah, so maybe I should have left 1 back, but I wasn't about to like not put lethal on him. So I was kind of playing around him having a single piece of removal. He had 1 card left in hand, and I was hoping that the chances were that it wasn't. It just wasn't, you know, so... see, she doesn't even make a Thopter. Yeah, oh no, not overwhelming. I need to be able to get 2 points of damage in. 2 points. So I need to top deck Chandra. Chandra is my way out. Chandra will allow me to shoot a zombie and ping him. I think I'll just shoot one of these now. I don't see me doing anything else with the mana. Bomat Courier, I mean, that's a point of damage. He doesn't have haste. It's a good bad card, right? I think if it would have been 1 mana cheaper, we would have seen a lot more play. Just an 8 mana enchantment, that's just a little too much. But 7 mana, I think we would have actually got some play out of it. I only needed to swing with 2 and then unlicense on an empty board. Yeah, Foilon, okay, you got me, man. Punt. I just messed up. But I'm also not agreeing with your line either. Like, I think I had to swing with all 5. But I think I should have left 1 back. Cruel Reality. Alright, well, at this point I'm just gonna like save all land so I can pitch them to Cruel Reality. I don't think, wait a minute, is this the one you have to sacrifice a creature? Sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Okay. Well, we're probably gonna die to Cruel Reality then. I thought it was the one that made you discard, but I think that's like Scarab something. Yeah, we're at 3. So brutal. That won't do it. That will not do it, ladies and gentlemen. So we just need him to like cast Hour here. Yep, we just needed him to cast Hour. We're in match 5, and we are 3-1 right now. So, and this is game 1 of match 5, and we just lost it to a ramp deck running Cruel Reality and Overwhelming Splendor. So, I'm gonna say that I didn't have that either way, but yeah, swinging with 2, and then he didn't have anything for me to shoot at the time. So, yeah, hindsight's 20/20. So foiling, yeah. Want the Doom Falls for sure. I don't think I need a Braid, but he definitely could have something like. Do we want Sweltering Suns? I think I want the other Glorybringer. Probably going to bring in the extra land. I think I can take out a couple of Braid. Probably take out the Hazards because we're going in, into Big Red here. I really want the Argyle's Bloodfast for late game, and I don't think we need Aether Sphere Harvester, as it has an activated ability I can't activate, and he is clearly probably going to take that route. Ramping to that will turn me off, but most of the time you can just beat people down if you already have a good board state. But his last card was a Settle, so. We are 2 games from the end of the league, if you're still wondering how we're doing. And if we win both of them, we'll be doing really well. Double Doomfall, I think is I think that we want to keep a double Doomfall. So probably going to get the Pia Nalar out on turn 3, and then once I get the Pia Nalar out on turn 3, we'll start Doomfalling the next turn. This will at least let us to see what we're looking at, and then we can just kind of go from there. I mean, we'll actually have information at that point. What's the record right now? We are 3-1. We are in the last match, and we just lost game 1 of the last match, so we're in game 2 of match 5, and we're down a game. But we're already playing on house money, so doesn't matter. We won that 3. We got 3 in X, so free to play league. That's unless you're a professional Magic player and you're trying to go for all out, go for the gusto, then this is about the best you can kind of hope for. Just to be able to 3-2 a lot, be able to play a lot of free Magic, that's great, and it's a lot of fun. Those of you asking about Arena, as of right now, you can't even play sideboarded games in Arena, so. Oh, wow. All right. I would like to play 2 2-drops this turn, but I do think that I need to be Doomfalling here. Like, if we can get ahead of him, then this will probably be pretty decent. All right, so he does have an Azor's Gateway, so if he wants to play that, that's fine. The Cruel Reality, I'm kind of okay with that. Gift of Paradise could come down next turn. I actually expect him to be like So what 2 cards do I want to get out of this? So let's say we get Gift of Paradise this turn. Make him Spring to mine. And then we get Hour of Promise next turn. Or do we just let him have the 3 life and let him have the extra ramp and say, I'll take Hour of Promise. You can have your life. And then, yeah, I think that's the route. So, play Forest. I mean, this is a really good ramp deck. I like the idea he's got going on here. All right, so he played Forest and he played Gift of Paradise. So he should play like Azor's Gateway here off of this. Yeah, he did. All right. Well, Walking Ballista. We know he's got Spring and Azor's Gateway. So I think I can take this turn to set up. So we'll get a little bit of action on the battlefield here. Ping him for 1, pass the turn. And then next turn, hopefully we'll draw a land. If we draw a land, we can Doomfall and Abrade in the same turn. And I do want to Abrade because I want to get rid of this. So he played the Azor's Gateway. We know he has Spring. We know he has Cruel Reality. Cruel Reality actually costs less than Overwhelming Splendor, so... One, two, three, four, 5. Yeah, he's gonna be there quick. Like, I really don't want to let him have Cruel Reality because it's a serious card, and if he ever like top decks some way to deal with what's there, yeah. What's up, Taco? How you doing? Every time I see you, I think of Rudy. Every time I see you, I think of Rudy. You know, I missed you, Taco. I missed you. I ain't had tacos in a minute. Not that. Y'all are dirty. Y'all are dirty. Here I am talking to myself, right? Alright, so he's got a Sheffet Dunes left. I don't want him to be able to like trade. So we'll just start punching that damage as much as we can and pray he doesn't just top deck into all the goodness. Looks like he got something. Or is he... Oh, wow. Just top deck right into it, huh? I was supposed to shoot him with that. So if I play it this turn, I can pump it next turn. Alright, well, there we go. He's still on the top deck. He played the Sheffet Dudes. Have no clue what's in his hand as of right now. Oh, man. I made a mistake. I made another punt right there, guys. I was supposed to bring back Scrap Heap Scrounger, and I just accepted the turn. Well, 4X Glorbringers just arrived in the mail, so I think I might play the Treasure Red deck, says Albatross. Albatross. Gonna get on Treasure Red. Albo, go back and look at Big Red. That big red deck that I played, that deck was, oh man. He can wait. He can wait. I named it as my mono red. Like, I was like, if I'm playing mono red, this would be the red that I would play. Oh my goodness, this deck was so good. Walking Ballistas, 4 Glorybringers, 4 Rekindling Phoenix, 2 Chandras, a Hazard. Like, this deck was so good when I played it. Dude, if you're going to play red deck, like, this is where, either this or the 18-0 deck, which is very close to this. The 18-0 deck was great, but then again, I mean, that guy... I should have brought that back in response right there. Yeah, I'm playing very loose in this last game, so you guys might get mad at me for that. I'm definitely playing very loose here. I've missed quite a few chances to bring Scrap Heap Scrounger back, and now I've kind of waited. I missed a point of damage from a Bomat Courier earlier that I mean, not a Bomat, but a Walking Ballista earlier that I could have cast. We just draw a ton of cards next turn. And by a ton, I mean 2. 3. We draw 3 cards. Alright, well, I'm just going to sit back and draw cards, or attempt to. You're going to play budget treasures with 4. Well, Glorybringer's only, what, 4 or 5 bucks a piece now? So you're just not playing with the Phoenixes? Okay. I mean, I can see that. Oh, Atali. I've always wanted to fire off an Atali, but just never had the goodness happen to me where I was able to fire off an Atali. I mean, he's making me just eat my my creatures from the grave here. All right, so let's go black. We'll take 3 life to draw this card. Pay 3 life, draw a card. Would you do that? I don't know. I might. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason we can tap out is because like we're not worried about sacking Bomat. He's coming in tap. He's the only thing we can do here is just hit for our 5 or get settled. Either one. So yeah, having 4 black sources now, that's a lot that we can. That's a lot of cards that we can draw. Yeah. You played Atali on our Rivals of Ixalan pre-release, and it stole every game in which it got to attack. Yeah, Atali, when I have never like really been able to like just go ham with it, but every time I've seen it, like you walk by or something like that, and somebody's like got an Atali, it is either about to be like the greatest thing in the world, or like both of them are lands. It's like, yes, I will take your Vraska's Contempt, or I will cast your the Scarab God, or I've had some really good ones go off, so or I've seen some really good ones, but as far as personally, I haven't actually got to play with Atali much. I played it in Deb's like Sunburn deck or something like that. Arg! Come on! Okay, well, I will pass here. Maybe I should be drawing more cards. Like I don't want to dump all of my life into cards, because like this deck, if he gets a cruel reality, then we're gonna be in some major trouble. kind of don't think I need this right now. Yes, that if it says it's a Dev's deck, then it's his build. If it doesn't say Dev's deck, then it was my build. I'm going to take the card under Bomat over the Unlicensed Disintegration that I currently hold. That may have been bad. Let's draw some cards. Hey. I'm going to draw a bunch of cards. We're going for it. That's a grip. Okay, well, we are back at it here. It's the one with sunbirds. Is that the $5 sunburn? Like, look at the thumbnail of it. If it says that if the thumbnail says it's a Dev's deck, or the title of it says Let's Play MTG, then I either built or found that deck. If it is a Dev's deck, Dev built it. Dev from SBMTG. So I try to play all of his standard decks. Lately he's been brewing like with the future, not what we currently have. So yeah. I think Treasure Red fits well with Sunbirds. I want to find a Doomfall. We're going to say, yep, flip it. I will play Scrappy. And we'll attack. I mean, if he settles to stop the 4 damage, then that's understandable. Well, he does have a settle. I'm just gonna eat this and gain a couple life. And I'm not gonna Argyles. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll Argyles. I can always draw one more if I need to. And now we can just use Argyles to like sacrifice Glorybringer or something else if he's going to exile it. You call brewing with the future as your new MTGO handle. That's good, right? He's brewing with the future. It's a Dev's budget treasure red deck, card for card. Okay, that's I remember most of those treasure red decks being a lot of fun and fairly competitive, so you should do okay. I mean, yeah, he's going to gain another life here, but, I mean, he has to have the answers for what we currently have. Got another settle? Looks like it. Okay. I wanted to gain the additional life because I want to draw some more cards this turn. I want to draw some more cards so that if I can ultimate Chandra, hopefully the idea will be just cast 3 spells. So, brewing with the future. Alright, you remember, you got it right here. Sideboard MTG. That's pretty good though. Just call me brewing with the future. Yeah, there you go. That'll work. I don't know how. Yeah. What channel did you watch that on? Oh man, it was on Brewing with the Future. It's a good show. It'd be a good channel. It'd be a good good handle for a show on YouTube. Like, you gotta come here and watch Jordan, man. He's playing Brewing with the Future. Oh, he just sideboards. He knows that he can't beat the draw a bunch of cards and ultimate Chandra. Yeah, let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. Do I make any changes here? I mean, Chandra's like sick in this matchup. But if Ixalan's bindings it, then I'm in some trouble. Authority is a pain. Glorybringer's not 100% necessary. I mean, yeah, he's got haste, but so does Hazard. Like, I'm not trying to kill creatures. Like, Hazard might be better than Glorybringer in this matchup, even though I'm loaded with all the other 4-drops and 3-drops. I think Hazard may just not be as good as Glorybringer, maybe. I don't know. God, it's so tight. How late are you? We're in match 5, game 3. That's Mitch Wells. How late am I? Match 5, game 3. Sweet. There's still time. Well, we're not turn 1 Bomat, but the Doomfall feels good. And we don't have anything on turn 2, so seems alright. We might just top deck an untapped source, though. I would play it and then play like my Canyon Slew on 2. Might even, like, if I kept top decking land. See, now we got a 2-drop. I think I still want to get that Bomat out, though. There's a gateway. Here he comes, guys. He's coming now. Alright, yeah. So, since I am going to be trying to get that Bomat out. No authority on 1, though, was like the biggest thing I was happy with, so. Oh, you're good. You're good, Mitch. Man, that's one of the beauties of YouTube. I can just stream this whenever I want, and you guys can watch it whenever you want. So, hopefully, you know, everybody will get back from Friday Night Magic tonight and go watch my video on Gerry Thompson's Red Black Aggro. I'm in 3rd place at GP Seattle. Killer deck. The deck's been a lot of fun for me. I have punted so hard in these games, and yet the deck is still just giving me all the love. Ooh, he's gonna cycle. Alright, cool. He's cycling, he's digging, he's looking for the stuff. He's got to find the stuff. You feel Amit would fit great. Amit's a highly underrated card. Like, seriously, Amit is really underrated. Especially in a deck where you can normally keep the opponent's stuff, you know, away. Amit's pretty good. So you're going to use one of these mana to cycle something away? Yeah, you are. So you're just going to leave 1 mana floating? What are you going to do with that other white? Huh? Huh? Nothing. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to do nothing with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're on, like, Doomfall plan at this point. We just got to keep him away from, like, yeah. I just got to keep, like, Fumigates out of his hand. Well, that's going to be hard to do, ain't it? So we get a Fumigate. We make him cast a Fumigate. Yeah, we just make him cast a Fumigate, or maybe he sits back on a Settle and doesn't cast a Fumigate. Yeah, he's going to cast the Fumigate. Can't not cast it here. I think I can beat the ramp creatures. So we know he has Hour and Settle left. What do you throw away here, opponent? He's got a Gateway and a land under it, so currently it has a 0 and a 2, and he threw a Gift of Paradise under it, so I guess he Hours here. Hour Promise. Now the beautiful part is he didn't have any deserts, so we're not about to see, you know, deserts and zombies. Like that's not what we're looking at. And I get a free swing this turn. Yeah. All right. I mean, we know he's got Settle in hand. He can't cast it. No point in Doomfalling it out of his hand right now. Next turn he may want to start sacking these if near deadlands, but maybe not. Like, we do have to worry about him hitting his ramp spells. He's got plenty of mana now, or his big, like, finishers. You think Ballista should be sideboard? Maybe. 1, 2. Like, Ballista has been terrific. Oh, no. Opponent. Oh, opponent. Why? Why you gotta do me like that, opponent? So now I can only swing with the Walking Ballista? So you have to settle the Walking Ballista now. I mean, you know what I got in hand. This is going to settle in response. Is 1 life is 1 point of life on him worth thinning my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why would I need 7 mana? I'm good. Alright. We no longer know the cards in his hand. He is living on the top deck. We have a single Unlicensed Disintegration, which is probably the single worst card after sideboard in. So maybe Unlicensed shouldn't be in the deck, but I just wanted it to kill zombies and do the extra points of damage. So, he doesn't need to know about those. I am going to swing with everything here. Feels like if he top decked a Unlicensed Disintegrate, I mean, if he top decked a Settle, then I mean, what can I do? Or you just, he top decked a Settle. I mean, I don't know what I can do about that. I mean, he top decked to settle. I could have played this land, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to hold it. He doesn't know about it. So, and we're good on land. Was this Overwhelming Splendor? Don't be a Splendor. Don't be Splendor. He's like, wait a minute. I can just ditch this thing. So he's tapping all of that? Oh, he was going to draw a card. That's what it was. He's going to City's Blessing, draw a card. Cruel reality. Well, I can survive this a couple turns, but I'm not pushing damage. I think I will go ahead and buy myself a turn here, and we'll just eat this PNLR. We'll see what happens. I don't want to sacrifice it. I don't want to. Bowman's going to be my only hope here, so sometimes you're just good at Magic, alright? Sometimes you are. Sometimes you're just good at Magic. And you just top deck that settle right off the top. Yeah. Yeah, Magic, as long as you've got a well-constructed deck, Magic does become about luck sometimes, so. But any card game is that way. Games of chance. So, I mean, you can play your parts to the best skill that you can, but you really can't play the parts you don't currently have, because you never know what you're really going to get. Is he going to kill my Bowmat Courier? So I didn't bring it back because I don't want to sacrifice it. Yeah, we're gonna go this route. We're gonna go for 2. And I will bring Scrap Heap back this time. So the plan there was to just take 5, hopefully get a couple extra cards, and then we can like play 3 or 4 creatures down, and then hopefully we can just like keep trading Scrap Heap out. And the big idea for me would be I would like to pump this Walking Ballista and really get to rolling with that, but because he's got Scavenger Grounds, we can't really ever tap down. If we try to bring Scrap Heap back, then it might go bad for us. What do you got? What is this? Yeah, this is probably going to be the end of this, considering I'll keep my 3/3 here. So Overwhelming Splendor actually made this Walking Ballista bigger. And we'll just get rid of the Gateway, so he doesn't have selection anymore. He, like, just keep what you have on top, opponent. Just keep what you have. Another Cruel Reality opponent. You are being a little bit of a pain. Alright, so we'll let the first one resolve. We're going to sacrifice Scrap Heap Scrounger. I can't activate abilities that aren't... Oh! So I can't even activate it from the graveyard. That's going to be game, guys. I don't think we can get out of this lock. We have to sacrifice 2 dudes per turn. We cannot draw other cards. Argyle's Bloodfast is like the closest thing to an out we even have. So yeah, this is it's getting pretty bad. Might have just lost a ramp here. I mean, the bow mat, I mean, the walking ballista is cool, but ain't gonna help us. So authority with cruel reality means like haste isn't gonna work or anything. Back-to-back Glorybringers wouldn't even work now, because the Glorybringer is a 1/1, by the way. A Glorybringer is a 1/1 without haste because of Overwhelming Splendor, and now any creature I put down is gonna gain more life than it'll ever do. So we're locked. He has got us in a lock. Good game, fella. Good game. Well, we got a chest. We can go open this. Right? I like opening chests. Bam. Bam. We got 20 play points, a camel, and a Defiant Kenra. Well, whatever. Nothing major, no masterpieces this time. We've pulled a few in the past, but either way, guys, this deck's pretty sweet. All right, the chances of running up against that Overwhelming Splendor deck probably fairly slim, but I'm going to say Gerry T had a really good deck here. We've seen these red-black decks in the past, you know, where it's just a red deck splashing black for some scrap heap scroungers, a couple vehicles, something like that. In the sideboard, he's got a little bit of extra hate, you know, a little bit more in the black with the Doomfalls and the Argyle's Bloodfast and, you know, Fatal Push. Argyle's Bloodfast is absolutely terrific against those control matchups and stuff. The Doomfalls are really, really handy. So I like Doomfall and I liked its versatility. I mean, at one point we made a dude sacrifice a dude so that we could keep getting in for damage, and then later we were using or exile him, not sacrifice him, but later we were actually pulling cards out of hand. So our opponent just happened to have 2 Fumigates and he just happened to draw an extra subtle wreckage there. So we do it to opponents from time to time, and it looks like the opponent, you know, got that top deck golden nut on us. So it happens. Either way, had a good league, got our points back, got a couple extra points out of the chest, doing all right. Hope you guys have a lot of fun tonight at Friday Night Magic. For those of you that are going to Friday Night Magic, those of you that aren't, maybe you should try playing some of these decks on Magic Online. And if you want to play them, you can use manatraders to play any and every deck on Magic Online you want. Pretty much, you know, flat rate, play anything. So if you do sign up for manatraders, link in the description box. SideboardMTG 15 is your coupon code. ManaTraders gave us a coupon code so that everyone, you know, of our community can get, you know, 15% off their first 4 months. That's probably one of the better coupon codes you're going to be finding. So I hope you guys, you know, if you are going to sign up, don't not use it. I mean, you're only going to save yourself money. And again, if you get to ManaTraders by using one of my links below, that'll actually help support the channel. So, hey guys, my name's Eric, SideboardMTG. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. And I'll see you tomorrow for our 3K Q&A. We're only about, what, 7 or 8 subscribers away from 3K. So if you want to help out with that, you can. Just hit that subscribe button. You'll want to hit that notification button because I'm a live streamer. Like, you may not want to know every time that a video comes out, but if you want to catch me live, you might want to hit that notification button. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a lot of fun, and we'll see you next time here on Sideboard MTG.